Hey, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I hope you're enjoying the scenery of my haunted house office. First off, to the little a-hole out there that's watching, commenting on how this place looks, screw you. Anyways, to everybody who's been watching for the last couple of weeks, our March to high frequency trading is on. We've got two very important, two milestone videos that have been posted on YouTube. Very excited by it. We've posted Redis. I don't know what to say about it. I'm quite impressed with it. I did have a 24-hour struggle with it where I almost dumped it. But nonetheless, it came through. Yay. In that video, I demonstrate 100 million random numbers to be inserted into my Redis server. It's very fast. In a virtualized environment, it's pretty fast, pretty impressive, all in C++. I'm doing something I've never heard of before until this week called pipelining. Basically, where you have a number of commands come into the server. There's no queuing, there's no waiting. It's just all done at once. Boom, done. End of story. So I've got a demo of that up to 100 million. The second important video is using R. C++ reads in a real world market data file. That's a big deal. Coming in from IQ feeds. It's a flat file, tab delimited. Reads it into my C++, no problem. Doesn't sound hard there. And then from there generates an internal dynamic memory pointer, and from there it passes the matrix or the array into R. There's a little simple calculation which basically does differentiation and logging basically on a closed price of up to about 1 million observations in time series, and then from there it returns back basically all the returns, differentiating and using log to calculate those returns, and then returns it back to C++, and then there we're just basically processing the time it takes to process the whole end-to-end set of transactions, which is usually about for historical data about 8-10 seconds, which wasn't too bad for 1 million observations, which isn't, it could be better. But I'm thinking we could probably get it down to about 4 seconds, but in the essence you'd be doing that right at the beginning, and then having a listener or process be able to listen as your historical ticks come in, or your historical bars, or if you're doing tick data, it's something a little different, and it's quite a bit slower, but again, you can stream that into your C++ listener. So it's not too concerned about that, but the processing of R is fairly quick within the world of C++ thanks to R Insight. So all in all, it's looking good. 400% non-FPGA software solution, no human intervention type of platform. My next set of steps is to develop somewhat of a template for our scripts to be embedded into this high-frequency trading platform. I need to do quite a bit of experimentation to see what kind of, if there's any limitations with R Inside and what it can and cannot do. I'm also using Armadillo for now as the processing of matrices and that sort of thing. Eigen is a better one, which are basically C++ libraries based around algebraic matrices and how they get processed and manipulated and all that. So there's going to be a lot of work there, a lot of experimentation, but I know the difference alone is 25%, which is pretty significant. The coding is much easier in Armadillo, but that's what I'm going to use for now. Very simple R scripts, and then as I said, I'm going to build some kind of template that need to be worked on and stick to, where it's able to capture the price data, the close of the bid or the ask or whatever type of data it is, and then have some kind of return back into the C++, be it your signals or your whatever forecast set of time series that you're working from, your frequency data, as well as a map on your execution signals or trading signals. So that's another big step. So that's going to be pretty sophisticated, and then obviously from that be able to build out a scheduler, I guess a complex processing engine, CEP, that will go out and start executing the trades based upon those signals. Now, all the core basic elements are there with the implementation of Redis, as well as our excuse me, that's my first time doing that out of 200 plus videos. So that's what's going on. The next, after that, I'll be getting my real world IQ feed data using the API. And that's where these videos will pretty well end. Not end, but we go proprietary. And everything else will most likely be having to be put into the private membership for my premium members. It's just the licensing. This is now proprietary information coming in from the world of IQ feed and whoever I use for connectivity into their infrastructure. They just don't want that out there in the public. I get that. I highly respect it. I'm also entering into a number of, we call it consulting gigs, or just real world business people, I guess, looking for these types of services that I do. I'm putting that on the back burner for now, but my next big step is to start working on parallelization with either OpenMP or another one that a lot of people don't know called FastFlow. That shows a lot of promise, and then also use RCPP with some advanced strategies and modeling capabilities with Bayesian, MCMC, Markov chain with Monte Carlo, PCA, and then also all the other stuff that I've already posted for my members. All the usual moving average, Garch, RIMA, all that stuff. There's a lot of work to be done, but I just want to get everything to an automated state and demonstrate it, which means in coming months I've got a location here in Toronto, local to me, can accommodate to 100 people. This will be totally free. The location is going to be kind of out of the way, but it's free for me. I'm not a professional company wanting to do this sort of stuff, but I don't mind doing a presentation, real world, where I'll demonstrate this whole thing face to face with people that want to see this thing live. But I'm only going to do it once because this is not my core business, like meaning educating, training. This is not what I do, because my end goal is to trade my own systems. Obviously I'm going to be developing a lot of my own technology, I guess, but I don't mind kind of sharing it, which I've been doing for the last year and a bit, and it's fun. I'm able to live through it, great, but again, we are hitting a proprietary mode. We've got a number of institutional members, a lot of people visiting our institutional, because if you're learning this stuff, it's one thing to learn and to implement it, great, but if you're trying to do this on your own, if you're not ready to spend the coin, nah, you're not going to go very far. Sorry. It's just the expense per server to scope it out properly. The ones I'm looking at are about $2K a piece. You get the network cards, the high-speed ones. You know, they're over $100 a piece. There, the routers, the hardware alone is very expensive. And there's data connectivity. And if you ever want to go commercial, I've said this in my previous video. It's over $450,000 just to do what I'm doing, equivalent. outside of the development of integrating it all and the support. But I am out of the gate saving people well over $500,000 now. just to get you up and running. You know, not including the custom development at probably $100 an hour for a good coder that really knows the strategies are C++. C++ is tough to find. One day I may look into FPGA. I'm interested in FPGA and CUDA and all that fun stuff. There is a guy out there. This is the great thing about the R community. They're claiming they got a 12,000 core network. I mean, it's all off of R. I believe it. The thing probably screams, processes like really fast. I'm going to be following this one. He's already released an R package for it. This is what I love about the open source stuff. Forget the commercial. It's very expensive, very limiting, and the other, you know, everyone go. I mean, this is just for an independent guy like me, but I mean, I understand if you're a bank or a hedge fund where you gotta, you know, if something goes wrong, you need somebody to sue. I get that, but as an independent, there's freedom of the source code, total control of the source code, you know, and just being able to post on certain websites out there. They're hugely popular, and you get access to the owners or the lead developers or the founders of these very sophisticated, namely R packages, as well as C++ as well. And with these sites, you get that intro, or the response, usually within an hour, instead of spending countless hours, some Nimrod at IBM or Microsoft that can probably barely understand you and you understand them, which can be very frustrating, and you're paying for that too. Good one. So that's the other advantage of it, of what I do. When do we turn on the big light, the big switch? Don't know. I've got so much on the go right now. I'm focusing on the technology and the strategies. Once I get something that can be demonstrated, which I'm doing piece by piece, but end to end, real world, and not only that, but shows the credibility over a 90-day track record with a P&L, Sharpe ratio, all that stuff that can be shown, and it can be proven. I don't worry about capital to seed myself. I've got pretty well connected there, thankfully, through the site. So keep your eyes out on what's happening. I know I'm blabbing, and this is getting exciting, really exciting. Out of the last year or so, we're nailing it, and hopefully we got some other people that are following, and I appreciate the support. I appreciate some of the input. People highly appreciate what people are contributing and saying. I'm learning a lot through this, and I'm hoping people are learning through me, which I know they are. And unfortunately, there's going to be some highly valuable and highly secretive stuff that can only be posted on the membership section. Sorry folks, it's just how it is. But I'm going to be trying to get some more vendors to support to showcase some more stuff, and see what happens after that. I know my next step beyond this. I'm getting sick here. I'm not worrying about me, and I don't want you to worry about you, and I don't want you to worry about me, and I don't want to worry about you. So have a good night, a day, wherever, and overall, I hope to see you on the other side. And make sure you get involved in our webinars. They're highly productive for a lot of people. And if you're ever in Toronto, please come by to one of our meetups. And especially with our meetup, I'm going to be hopefully going to be demonstrating this HFT platform that I'm working on. I'm only going to do it once, unfortunately, and might do one online and record it live, and that's it. As I said, it's not my core business to do education. Not well, right now it is, but not in the next few months. Later.